I used to deal with all of this, which you're seeing now. This is Bangalore on a Monday morning. And I did this at a stretch for 11 years. Very tiring, very exhausting. I decided to be part of corporate, not as much of an option and not as much of a choice. I had to get into it because I needed money. And with my education, I chose whatever, or I accepted whatever I got, because I studied photography and I worked in bank for 11 years, which is quite an irony. I'm sure by now you know that you don't really have to study what you want to work, or at least most of the times you don't end up doing what you study. So anyways, so I worked in corporate for 11 years. I worked in companies like HSBC, then Bank of America, then JP Morgan. Yeah, a lot of those, all banking stuff. But yeah, good. So long story short, I decided to quit corporate, and today I quite just live and do a lot of things differently, and that's what we will be talking about. That how all of this quitting corporate happened and deciding to do a lot of different other things happened. And yes, let's get to the nearest park and talk about it. Before I begin with the topic, let me tell you something very honestly. It's not all bad. Okay? It has a lot of things that it teaches. I learned a lot. Topmost, I learned punctuality. I learned it because I worked in a call center where every single thing was scheduled. And I learned to live by it and make the maximum out of it. So yes, it teaches amazing punctuality to people. The second thing that I learned is politics. As much as we want to say that the politics does not exist, is not the right thing to learn and all of that, let's accept it. It's there everywhere, okay? And you will have to learn to play by it, and it's very important. So I learned that from corporate, and I'm not saying it from a very bad angle. I'm saying it that it is something that everybody needs to learn, and I learned it, and I'm really, really thankful to corporate that it could teach me that. The third thing that I learned from corporate is people management. That has been my favorite thing. I have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it being a people manager. I have enjoyed it as a people leader. I have learned so much that even today there are people who reach out to me for mentorship or guidance and whatever, and I really, really, really like it. So yes, that's something which I will cherish through my life, and that's a gift from corporate that I have. But that's not what we are here to talk about today. What we will talk about is why I left corporate and how I left corporate. So in this entire process of me going through this corporate life, I came across some people who looked at the entire life from a very different angle, which I also wanted to do. And that is how I eventually got introduced into network marketing. What I really loved about the idea of network marketing or getting into network marketing is, first of all, okay, is that I could meet new people every day. And that was very interesting for me. The second thing which I liked is that I could build an organization from scratch. And that is very interesting. There's a lot of learning involved here. And the third thing is making multiple sources of income. I have always loved this idea, and it was definitely a far-fetched idea for me that how would it happen. But I think now that I know that it can work, I think it will remain the motto for my life forever. And I will definitely ensure that I add on multiple sources of income in my life going forward. And the best part is I could do this entire thing and also see a tunnel at the end of this entire corporate life that I could get out of it. But while I do this, I don't have to leave my corporate job. So I was game for it, and I started. And then became my grinding. Okay, I was from a Monday to Friday, I would go to office. On Saturday, Sunday, I would work on my business. And it just went on and on and on and on and on. So I have a word of suggestion, okay, for everybody out there who is juggling a lot of things and who is trying to do something of their own. And if you are also doing your job along with it, please take a break for yourself. I did not. And I got exhausted. got frustrated. I took impromptu decisions. And did I repent about it later? Yes, I did. Okay, and that is what I'm going to tell you now. What mistakes I made so that at least you learn something out of my mistakes. Okay, and I have listed them down. So I'm going to read them out to you. First of all, it was not thought through well. Second, no calculated savings in the account. Third, I left corporate while I had pending credit card bills. Please don't do that. Okay. Fourth, left corporate and did an international vacation. So, not the best idea. Fifth, I believed that I had already arrived in life. And, honestly, my bank account had not even started working. And I felt I had arrived. Because, understand, I was doing a corporate job. Who has saved money from corporate? I did not. I used to just pay my bills. I don't think any of my friends did either. We used to just shop, eat, drink, and all of that. And there's no money at the end of the day. So there's no savings. Okay. So I didn't do it. Please don't do that. Please don't do the mistake which I did. Okay. I did not have enough work in hand which demanded me to quit my job. So when you have enough work, only then quit. Until then, continue. Next, I quit corporate because I was tired and I honestly just needed a break. Which is what I probably should have done. But then again, they say that universe laughs at those who makes plans. So my plan was obviously a wrong one. But thankfully, I could live by it. But you know what? I'm very happy that I could follow my heart and I could continue to pursue what decision I had already taken. Okay? And that was honest thanks to the support system that I had. My family stood by in every single decision that I took and they could sustain. And I can never be thankful enough for what they did for it. But, honestly saying all of this, sitting in front of a lake on a Monday morning is definitely very nice and looks very flowery. But when it actually happens, it is not good. So what I want you to really learn is learn from the mistakes that I made. Okay? So let's move from this place because I think even though it's a Monday morning, it might rain. So we will move to another place and we'll talk the rest later.